All right, all right. How's everybody doing? About to go live here. Just waiting on my guests to show up. So while we're waiting, I'm going to go ahead and just talk about what today's podcast is all about. As you guys may not know, my name is Terrence. I am the senior project manager here at the Bomb Digital Media. We sell a software that is customized, go high level. We call our software Telesync. It allows for businesses to get all of their communications under one umbrella using their phones and also sync up all the communications on every platform, whether they're getting leads from Google or Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn. We're able to make things very streamlined for our clients. And I have Corey here. He also has his own agency, and he specializes in building automations out for his clients and very allowing his AI basically to do very complex tasks and things of that nature for his clients. And that's the reason why we have him for our special guest. Corey, how you doing tonight?
Good, Terry. How are you doing?
Doing all right. Doing all right. It's
My
pretty late.
audio working okay?
Yeah, pretty late evening. I took a little short nap earlier. I'm not sure you had time to nap or anything like that.
Not me.
Not you. Busy, busy, huh?
No. Yeah. Yeah. I just came from another meeting downtown.
Oh wow. Yeah. I've
Yep.
been basically just going through all the tools that I've been using, and I wanted to kind of help out any kind of viewer who has their own business and just wondering what what is helping companies out there who are using AI so they don't fall behind, so to speak. Like a lot of people like to point out the .com bubble when most businesses did not
Yep.
do business online. They thought it was like, oh no, I don't need to do business online. But nowadays everything's done online, and this is kind of one of those trends where we have a lot of AI assistants out there. We're talking Google has Gemini and ChatGPT and Claude and other language models out there that are not too popular, but they're out there. But basically, essentially they're just tools. They're tools that assist people like you and myself and business owners, excel at what we already are good at. And that's basically what I want to show, um, and talk
Yep.
about today. How about you? Like, did you have any things in mind you want to talk about?
One of the things that I think is important, one of the things that we've used in our business, we own a glass studio, fused glass studio, and that we've put a bot, an AI bot on our website. And that has helped us answer customer questions, and the say things or tell things to the bot that they won't tell anybody else. It's uh, it's really interesting. But one of the things that it does is it's on all the time and it can answer questions. So I've been adding to the knowledge base and getting it to you know, as things come up, you add more things into the knowledge base, and then it is a 24-hour assistant sitting there answering questions for your business and directing them to the website
Mm,
and to different aspects of the website. So, like classes, or in this case, just today, I was working on gift certificates. So people will ask, they'll ask the bot, "Do you have gift certificates?" So I, instead of it saying, "Yeah, we do," call, I actually made links, put links in there so people can go directly to the gift certificates now,
wow. And that,
and it'll answer for them. It'll answer right away.
yeah, that streamlines things a lot better than in the past. We had what, bots, so to speak, and now we call them agents because they're able to do more
Agents.
capable things, right? So yes, that's awesome. And yeah, and basically, I look at AI as like I was saying before, assistance for doing all of those repetitive tasks like data entry and follow ups. Because if we can save time from doing all the repetitive tasks, we can focus on even more income producing tasks, rather than answering, like you said, questions, frequently asked questions, and then pointing out, where people need to go, which takes a little bit of time. But imagine being able to save that little small time and everything like that. Let's see. And what kind of tools were you using to create that?
So the technology behind it is a technology that I've licensed, and so I actually get to kind of brand it with my own brand. But Aminos is the underlying technology for it, and then the um, I can resell these agents and these chatbots. So the value add there is that I can build the knowledge bases in it and adjust it so that it's just as important to um, have the positive words in there. And what I mean by the positive ideas, like go here, do this, do that. Also, not have it tell things that you don't want it to tell. For instance, like always directing people just to sale items and things like that. You want to make sure that you tell them the full breadth of what you do instead of just, oh well, we've got this on sale, which is something that they'll tend to do because they're helpful. They try to be very, very helpful.
Yeah, and I like things like this because, like I said, the main thing is just freeing up time from business owners and team members, and, you know, I don't want the misconception of, that AI is just going to take over. I mean, eventually, it probably would get that to that level, but right now we're far from that. Um, so, the thing is, I always point out how, you know, basically all the little small tasks that we do throughout the day can just get redirected to some type of AI assistance. My main benefit that I like to tout is, the ability to basically never miss a lead. I like how earlier you were saying how, you have these agents, working for your clients 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and they're able to answer those questions, seamlessly, and just keep the prospect engaged. So by the end of it, the prospect knows, what is the product, what's the value of it, how much it costs, and how to get it. And the agent not only tells them about it, but actually,
Yeah,
introduces everything to them and gets them on the right path. You know.
yeah, it's very engaging. So it's a lot better than just a flowchart type chatbot. For instance, in this case, we're able to actually employ it employs ChatGPT, but it's been stripped down, and then it focuses its responses and so forth just around the business that you're working with. So it it won't. One of the things you don't want to do, for instance, is have it tell about the competitors. So you want to focus on the business that you're in. So you can put in number one, you strip it down so that it doesn't have all that breadth of information, and then number two, you put exactly the information for your business. Sometimes you may have to say, don't mention jacuzzi, or don't mention, some other brand that's pretty common out there. And anyway, but it's other than that, it does a great job of being very, very engaging.
Yep. And another beautiful thing is when we do present these agents, to our clients. This is as bad as it's going to be. When we introduce it to them, like that's the worst it's going to be. From there, we
It's
just
just going to get
tweak
better.
and get it better, right? And basically, it does come with a lot of caveats. So, the tools that we use are easily accessible by anyone. But I think the 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 benefit of having someone like you or myself on a company's team is that we're already
Yeah.
skilled and trained and experienced with these large language models, that it saves them a lot of time. I'd give the example of you know uh, working on a vehicle. Me and you, most people know how to, let's say, change a tire or change the oil in their vehicle, but at the same time, do we have that time, or do we even want to, change our oil, or change our tires, um, and that's really what it boils down to. And then also, your example is really complex. That's why I like having you on these live streams, because I've seen your builds on your YouTube channel. In fact, I put a link to your YouTube channel in
Yeah.
the description. But yeah, you build a lot of complex builds for your clients, and honestly, it's pretty innovative. I mean, I follow a lot of people
Thanks.
in our space, and you built some pretty customized stuff. Can you kind of tell everyone how to get in touch with you, and like some main things that you offer in your agency?
Yeah. So obviously you can contact me uh, via email, and that's on my website, which is cyberstrat.ai, or you can email Corey at cyberstrat.ai. And some of the things that I do is automations and AI related steps in those automations that really helps you bring in the power of AI in kind of a more traditional sequential linear flow, which is very, very helpful. It allows you to get some insights into data or process things you couldn't normally process, like the content of a conversation. Take the transcript of a conversation, and then do things uh, with the information that comes out of that. Go a different route, pick your
Mhm.
route, whatever it is.
Yeah, and like I was saying in the beginning of my introduction, one of the tools that we use, or at least I use, is a customized version of Go High Level. Basically, it's
Yep,
another
me too.
tool that most people have access to, and basically, the difference between, hey, I can just go out and just get my own high level and build it out, versus going with someone like myself or someone like yourself who are already experienced. It's that learning curve. It took me about 3 or 4 months, just to get my first aha moment. When I started using
Yeah,
high
yeah.
level a year ago, because I learned about high level this time last year. 2023.
Okay.
And I would say around March or April is when I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. You know, I'm going to
Does a lot of stuff.
yeah, it's a lot of stuff, right? It's so many things that the tool
It's a
does
great
that I can't even
it's a
cover
great
it all.
operating system. It's a great operating system.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, it's more than a tool; it's an operating system. Just like how
Yeah,
Windows is an operating system, it has a lot of features in Windows. You
yeah.
can't necessarily sit here and say, "Oh, I know everything about Windows." Well, there's a lot that goes behind it. But yeah, it's a good operating system. It's a great way to put it. I'm gonna share my screen right quick. and
Sure.
basically just show the dashboard.
Yeah.
Just let me know when you can see it.
The thing I really like about the really thing I can't see it yet.
Okay.
The thing I really like about high level is the ability to build as much or little of what you need, you know, to get to just exactly what you need in the system. So you don't have to bring on every feature. In
Mm.
fact, you know, my background is computer engineering, and oh yeah, I see it coming up here. But anyway, in Go High Level, just as every time I look, there's some new capability that I haven't explored before. But it can take you a long way, and it really integrates a whole bunch of features that you normally would buy independently, discrete subscriptions, and they're all wrapped into one platform, one operating system.
Right, exactly. Um, as little or as much as you need. And the main thing that's hardest for me is trying to simplify, what I do, and because a lot of times when I talk about this, I assume
Yeah,
that who I'm talking to, they know what I'm saying, but it took a while for me to realize that also that even though it may sound easy to me, it's coming out like gobbledygook, to somebody else. Um, so yeah, here we are. I'm on the back office, so to speak, or the main thing. And the first thing I always
main
show
dashboard.
everyone,
Yeah,
yeah, it's the launch pad. And the launch pad is basically where everyone should start off at whenever they first get onto their back office. You want to start connecting, all of your social media and everything that you have out there. This is one of my case studies or my own business. Um, a little bit about my background. I've started a exterior cleaning service about 12, 15 years ago. And that was like my reason or one of my businesses that I wanted to, push through high level first. And I've seen a lot of success in comparison to the other software I used to use. I still kind of use the same software, honestly, because I'm still getting used to high level. But the more I'm using high level, the more I'm finding my old software to be obsolete. So yeah, basically, you can
yeah,
connect your social medias, Facebook. Even though I believe Corey, you create your own chat bots and everything, right? That's separate from high level, right?
I do. I have. Yeah, I have separate ones, and I also have used the one in high level as well.
Yeah. And just from
It's integrated
experience,
in there.
yeah, the high level chat widget is pretty good, but it's not the best. I've found that outside web website chat widgets, are a little bit more responsive. Um, I'm not sure if that's the same experience that you have. What would you say as far as like the embedded website chat widget?
Yeah. So I started. Yeah, I started with an external one and have been using that mostly. So I don't have a lot of experience with the chat widget. That's another feature. You know, they go high level is just added in. You know, they add in a chat widget. They add in conversational voice AI. Right now, they've got that capability. So they add these things and kind of make some of your old stuff, your other stuff, become obsolete because it's the big thing here is very much like, and I consider it like the Apple model where everything's integrated. You get you take an iPhone, you have your iPhone, your iPad, your MacBook Air. I don't know about you, but for me, when the phone rings, all three of those things ring because they're integrated. They're all connected together.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes it seamless. It makes it so you move back and forth through the through the systems, you know, without barriers in there. So I think a chatbot from Go High Level integrated into with your CRM, you could probably, and I haven't really tested this, but you could probably have that that context of your of which client in your CRM is actually communicating with the chatbot. So you won't get that with an external separate system.
Hmm. Yeah, I have been using it, and the only thing I don't like about it so far, I'm still figuring it out, is when someone's actually chatting with it, I would like to be notified immediately.
Yeah,
Right now it's just that the AI just kind of takes over and kind of talks to them, and it's already set up to get their contact information. Because that's the main
yeah,
thing we want to get from them. Is, hey, how do we get back in touch with you? You know and basically that's where I'm just figuring out. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's an automation to send me some type of alert when someone's chatting with the website chat widget. Let me keep going and show some other things. So right here we have a marketing
yeah.
tab, which is pretty cool. This is where you put in all of your text messages and your email messages. Because one of the majorest things that even my company slacked on is just a good system for email marketing and text marketing. This allows for us to keep in touch with our current database of customers, and basically it allows for basically us to market at a very low cost, in comparison to, let's say, PPC ads, like Google ads or Facebook ads or something like that, where we have to constantly reach out and pay for all that constant reach out. This allows us to basically get a list of emails together, whether we have a current database or just you can use scraper tools, scanner tools to get that information for a targeted list, and basically automate, that process. So I always start here before I even think about building an automation, because without the marketing messages, basically it's the automations are dead in the water. So this will be the first tab I would start with when I'm working with clients. As you see here, there's a social planner here. You can connect all of your social media, and then hit that new post button right here, and then it just posts to every platform that your company has. We have the emails, the snippets. The snippets is for the SMS and texting and everything like that. So basically, when you go to these tabs and everything like that, you go to your templates and everything like that, and you can add in the emails and text messages that you want to automate. New is the countdown timers. I like these for when you're making emails, or even your websites, or if like they have any kind of promotions coming up.
Oh,
Um, Kind of builds that sense of urgency, So I
I
do
haven't
like
used
that
those.
they've added that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then cool thing too is ad manager is here now, and allows for us to manage, your PPC campaigns, like your Facebook ads. You can create and post and everything like that. Your Facebook ads and your Google ads. I think they have both of them on here. As far as I know, I haven't used it yet, but this is. I'm trying to think of the other uh, main brand they used to do. They still do it. I'm trying to think of what it's called. Do you remember what it's called? Do you follow a lot of high level extensions? I'm trying to think of what it's called, but I can't think of it right now. But basically, dang, I can't think of it. But they do the same thing. They have a ad manager that connects with high level, and basically you can run your ads, with a click of a button and everything like that. Basically, they point out that it's like easy as one, two, three.
Manage them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, basically, as you see, is $29 a month. At least in my agency, that's how much I charge. Um, Different agencies are charged different, different prices, but basically it allows for
Yep.
them to,
Yep. Yep.
yeah, basically run everything from one. So signing in here, signing in there, everything's under one umbrella. It makes it a lot more easy, and everything like that. And then brand boards is something that's
Yeah,
new
plus,
also. What's that?
well, plus these prices oftentimes that we can offer for these services is closer to wholesale than it is a retail price that we can offer on them.
Mm-hmm.
And just because Go High Level has such a relationship with these other organizations, they they buy in bulk. They work in a bulk fashion, so the pricing is actually pretty good,
Oh yeah. And then
very competitive.
sometimes I like to package it in. Like I'll include like an ad manager. If I know that's something that the client really needs. So it'd be kind of like a little freebie. Like my agency will eat this $29 a month to gain that client. So it's really really cool how you can just kind of do things from here. You know,
And
um,
the reality is that the agencies have to pay. The agencies have to pay
yeah,
for that
yeah, nothing's free.
functionality, but it's you know we do get the option to kind of bundle in certain ways and provide the service exactly as the client needs it.
Hmm. Um, and basically, that's pretty much it right here. I mean, we can go into detail, but we don't have time for that right now. I'm going to just go over the next portion, which is the automation tab. And this is something that you can do with the external um, tool also. They have things like make .ai. What's another one? I'm trying to think of another. Another one, Corey, that they do automations like send off triggers and
For
workflow.
automation, yeah.
Y-
Hmm.
Name a
Yeah,
few.
it's well, N8N is one that uh, a lot of developer types will use, and the reason that it has the same power that this one does. It just has the ability to um, get in there and adjust things more, but it's real technical for most people. Uh, these workflows are easy for even non-technical people to kind of understand and grok, but to really plan it out and lay it out, you need experience anyway. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so Zapier is a really common one that's out there that uh,
Zapier, right?
this
Good example.
wants it.
Uh, yeah, and here's a
Um,
basic workflow.
make make is another one, and yeah,
And with this basic workflow, I built this one for when someone submits a form on the website. And basically, to keep it simple as possible, you always start an automation with a trigger. The way I describe a trigger is something that the system is constantly looking for before it starts the automation. So the trigger is like a system wide um, uh,
event. It's an
yeah,
event,
alert or action or something that happened within the
something that
system.
happens. Yeah.
Yeah. So these things can be, as you see, look, we got birthday reminder, contact change created, contact do not disturb, contact tags, task completed, task reminder,
So that
uh, it
that
keeps,
birthday reminder,
right.
the birthday reminder that you just pointed out,
Uh huh.
I built a whole birthday club. I built a whole birthday club system for the Glass Studio around the birthday reminder.
Wow.
So 2 weeks before, so if they sign up,
Mm hmm.
I'm using an NFC card, and they can just touch it to their phone. They go in and fill out a form. That form is just like what you've got there. It's a trigger, so it triggers them. It does one it sends them a message, an email, and a text, tells them they signed up. Then it puts them into the birthday club sequence. That about 2 weeks before their birthday, it starts sending them a text message and ultimately an email. If they engage with it and just respond back, yeah, I want your deal. They'll get a certificate for a $15 off. They get that in their email, and they can use it for a whole month.
Mm,
The month 2 weeks before their birthday and 2 weeks after.
wow. And all from automations.
All
And
done
if
here.
we tried to
All
do
done
that
here.
manually, that'd be something crazy that someone has to keep an eye on all these birthdays and set all that up when you can have
Yep.
this one
We
thing set
just
up.
We just get a notice. I get a notice on my phone and on my watch when someone signs up. It tells me who signed up, and it just says, "Hey, they joined the birthday club," and that's all we have to do. So we've set these cards around in the studio, and then people touch it to their phone, and it brings up a form that's on high level.
Hmm.
When they fill that form out, it triggers this automation, which puts them into the birthday club, tags them with that, and
And
now
there's
every
other
year on
things
their
too.
birthday they'll get
We
some
have
notification.
Facebook lead form submitted, TikTok form, video tracking, number validation, error messages. Look at all this, like page views. New review received. It just goes on and on and on. And it's pretty cool how um, the use case can change. Like I want to start introducing this to car dealerships, because I was trying to buy a car or a van. My work vehicle went out a month or so ago, and when I was hunting for a vehicle, I would call dealerships, and sometimes no one would pick up the phone, and if I introduce a system to them where they never miss a lead, that could have been business that they missed out. And if it happened with me, I can only imagine how many times it's
Yeah.
happening to other people, you know. And all the automations, are here that will help these business owners retain more customers and increase their revenue, all because of a system that's in place where they won't miss the lead. I mean, look at this. We can set up for
So
automatic
so
invoices. Uh-huh.
missed call text back is a huge feature.
Hmm.
They say something like 60% of calls to businesses, to small businesses, don't get answered.
Yeah,
The
that's
business
true.
owner's busy, something's going on, but a missed call text back will, uh, implemented through Go High Level, will send a text message to the person that calls if it's a text capable phone, and then at that point it connects to you also, and you can start a text conversation with that person now.
Yeah. And
If
look at
maybe
here.
you're on the phone
We got
already.
Shopify. You know, some of my clients have Shopify
Yeah.
stores, and we got abandoned checkout. Let me go back. How do I do that? Cancel. Um, Hold on one second. Go back. Um, where was I at? Yeah, abandoned checkout. When the order is placed, order fulfilled, then triggers can happen, and then once they if they abandon checkout, we can have follow ups, like you see the SMS follow up, or nowadays, well, actually, we don't have no more unless we use another tool. I know internally, um, High Level has inbound voice, but I think that
Voice AI.
yeah, I think we can actually set an action for voice AI, for outbound, as long as it's within reason. But that hasn't came out yet. But what I also notice here is comments. Comments on Instagram, comments on Facebook. Like that's a trigger. So if someone comments on a certain post or comments on your Instagram, you know, um, automatically you'll get we can make an internal notification. That means someone within the team is getting notified through text or just a blue bloop, a beep beep, and then also next, send that person um, a Facebook or Instagram, DM will be next as far as like an action. We have certificates issued for courses, um, live leads trigger. I don't even know what that's all about. Look at these. Even have more
Yeah, there's
apps.
a lot of new
WooCommerce, Stripe, spin the wheel for workflows. Yeah, I wanna use this right here. Spin the wheel. I've seen that where you press the
Mhm.
thing and then it spins the wheel and it lets you know what kind of promotions you have. Um,
Yeah, Wheelify style. Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty cool. I was like, oh, that's pretty awesome. But the whole point is how many things can be automated and customized. It's kind of endless with all these choices right here. It's kind of endless on what you can automate just from this one platform, and you can do this with other softwares also. It's just that I just like how with with high level, you know everything's under one roof. You know, you don't have to keep paying for other softwares, other platforms, anything like that. And I think that's where the value is. Right
Yeah, and it's
now,
integrated. That's a key piece there.
look at these old automations I was doing. Look, Chat GPT automation. This was before GPT was even introduced. Look, October 2020. Look, a year ago, I was working on that conversation AI. A year ago, I
Yeah,
was trying to get a Zap bot. You know, I had it connected through
yeah.
Zapier, and this was before High Level had all these triggers and workflows and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool that now, a year later, everything I was working on that was basically what I'm trying to say, like secondary software. You know, I'm trying to say like high level is my main software. Then I have secondary software connected to high level. Everything is just kind of just
Yeah.
coming under one roof. And one way me and you met was through Air AI, that
Yep.
what do they call that? Conversation or voice AI software.
Yep.
They sold us
Yep.
a dream. They sold us, whatever. But it was basically a license, for thousands of dollars. I know my license was like
License.
25, 30,000. I think you probably got a higher one, but the whole point is thousands of dollars down the drain, and here we are. But a lesson learned, and also technology learned too. But the whole thing
Well,
is,
they're making a comeback. They're
yeah,
coming back to life.
cross your fingers. You know how many comebacks? It's going to be I think it's like their third comeback, right? So let's see what
Mhm.
happens. But yeah, basically what I just want to say is, in the past we had to, in order to have voice AI connected to this back office, we had to set it up right here in the workflow. But now they have that in the back. Let me go ahead and go to settings, and hopefully it'll show it. But it's new. It's new little tabs here under the settings tab. Okay, you got automation, conversation. Here you go, voice AI agents, and then you have conversation AI V2. I'm just gonna go to voice AI agents. So yeah, this is the newest thing that came
Yeah,
out. Uh huh.
the conversation AI is for um, the chatbot, and for SMS, we can actually apply AI to SMS
Correct. Correct.
messages.
And that's how it's basically doing a GPT call, right? For for your
Yeah,
your agent, or not agent, I should say that, for your bot on the that's all it's really
yeah,
doing in the
and
background.
yeah, and the real power with that is a knowledge base. Having the
Mm-hmm.
ability to put a knowledge base in there to teach it
Yes.
specifics about your business.
Right. And that's cool too, because I haven't gotten there yet, but yeah, they do allow for us to use knowledge bases. I don't think it's as complex as if we did it with another software, but it's a very simple knowledge base. I think they just do domain knowledge base. I don't know if they do PDF
Mm.
knowledge bases yet. Um, I'll get there hopefully. Let me go ahead and show off this agent that I built for my cleaning service. I use the advanced editor, um, and just in comparison
Or,
to Air AI's
just
builder.
text files generally.
Oh, it does.
Yeah,
It.
generally just a text file is mostly what I put in. There are different styles. Some of them, like Air, uses cards,
Hmm.
so it's a question and answer. So here's the question, and this would be the answer to it. So they're pairs, and what it would do is sort the um, it would have AI sort the questions to be most um, the most in context for the conversation at the moment.
Mm.
So it would pick like the top three cards that seem to apply to the sentiment of the conversation at the moment, and
Yeah.
then it would use that as a knowledge base.
Um.
So lots of styles.
Yeah. Basically, as I was saying before, right now internally, High Level has the inbound call, but as you see, it says coming soon for outbound, which is going to be very tricky because even Air was having trouble getting compliance for the outbound agents because people unfortunately they abuse power whenever they can. Because the agent is pretty efficient on making multiple phone calls simultaneously, and it can
Yeah.
easily get to a point depending on use case scenario of thousands of spam calls going out, and that's going to be kind of something hard for them to regulate as far as like, 'cause I know with Air 2.0, they sent me kind of like a questionnaire or some kind of statement that says, hey, I am not sending or making outbound calls to people who have not opted in, so to speak, So I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure
Yeah.
that's going to be,
That was the Vonage for
yeah, for
Vonage
Vonage,
was
right. For
the
integration with Vonage, right. Because the whole thing is all of these um, voice agents, they're basically GPT calls being made, and then translated to a text to voice agent, and then also like you were saying, a VoIP service, and I believe High Level uses Twilio.
Twitter, Twilio,
Yeah.
not Twitter, Twilio.
So yeah, so that's the VoIP service. I believe is happening in the background, and people don't understand that if they were to build this on their own, they would have to figure out a way to unify a VoIP service, a GPT, and a text to voice. All that happening kind of lightning fast because basically it's reading the text that was converted from voice, and then it has to think about
Yeah,
what needs to be said in response, and then it has to relay that text back, and then that text has to be conformed to voice or to audio. So all that is happening very lightning fast in the background as all this is happening. Um, See how many voices they got. Do you see how many voices they got on here? One, two, three,
yeah, there's a
four,
few.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I see about 10 voices. It's even
Nice.
more. Oh wow.
So something to bring up with the voice agents is that there are multiple AI agents running simultaneously in one voice agent. So to create that experience, you have an AI that's generating text, another one monitoring text, another one
Oh
looking
yeah,
for
that's a good way.
triggers,
Yeah,
specific.
right.
So it ends up with multiple
Agents.
AI agents running. Yeah,
Right, just for
yeah,
one
AI.
thing. Yeah, so
Mhm.
you're absolutely
Yeah,
right. So it's not just one; it's multiple agents. You're right because um, it's better to have the agent focus on one thing than have it trying to do 5 or 10 different things. At least at the moment,
right.
the way AI
Right,
works right now.
and it really is they end up having needing a task, and that whatever that task is, it might be looking for the context of the keyword, or it might be the other agent, like one agent is sitting there sorting, for instance, in air, they were sorting cards to the most likely card to next be to look for the subject that you may need to draw on from the knowledge base based on
Hmm.
the context of the conversation.
As you
So
can
they had
see,
one sorting cards, they had one monitoring for triggers.
here's the advanced mode. I cannot switch. See where it says right here, mode cannot be switched once the agent is created. So once you switch from basic to advanced, you can't go back. Um, so
Hmm,
this is where someone like myself or Corey comes in handy. So you don't mess up your agent. So once you get in the back here, you start trying to make it complex. That's where you got to be careful. But the good thing is most of the language models is like what they say. They're large language models, so you can talk to it or program it in a regular language, and it should understand what to do. Should keyword. Also, like setting up the actions down here. We can set up to workflows that'll get triggered once the call is completed, so we can make customized workflows once it's done. And right now I have mine on the regular form submitted, but I'm gonna make a customized workflow for that also. What I want to do is build a workflow that takes the conversation, creates a estimate of service of based off of what they said in the conversation, and then send that estimate of service by email or yeah, by email to them. I mean, I think we can right now in this other software I use is called Markate. We send it by text message, so I'm pretty sure we can do it in high level also. I just got to figure out how to get the custom value of the link to get embedded
Yeah.
within the workflow. But like I said, I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. I just want to show off, how I did
Yeah.
this. So, we do multiple services. So when someone calls, I don't know what they're going to order. So I gave it a base instruction in the beginning, letting it know who it is, what the priorities are. Number one priority is the deadline. Number two priority is what cleaning services they need. Um, Number three priority is the service address, and then I specifically ask it to say it just like how I ask for it when I'm taking a phone call, which is street number first, then the name, then the city and zip code. Um, and that's basically how the conversation goes. So in this beginning, it has like a general outline of how I want the conversation to go, and then it goes into the instructions after that. So basically it's going to say the introduction, and then after it says the introduction, it has this basic instruction, and then it goes into rules of handling the caller's questions. And then after that it goes into a script. So number one, request the caller's deadline, and then number two, what clean service do they need? And I said exactly how I want. See, it says state the following. You could not put it like this. You already know this because you do a lot of these agents. But the whole point is when I put it in quotation marks, it basically lets the agent. And it doesn't follow it verbatim all the time, just like with air, but it does have a general outline of how it's going to say it. So when you provide these quotations, let's say that the agent says something that you really don't want it to say, you want it to say something verbatim, use quotation marks, and it typically allows for
Yeah.
it to stay in line. So as you see, it says we offer a wide range of exterior cleaning like house and deck washing, gutter cleaning, blah blah blah. Plus, we give huge discounts on combining services. So tell me which cleaning service you're looking for, and that ending everything with a question mark, so it kind of volleys the conversation back to the caller. That's pretty cool. So after that, then the person's going to say, "Oh, I'm looking for gutter cleaning. Or I'm looking for window cleaning. I'm looking for whatever they say." Next, the the agent is going to get details about those services. So even if the person says, "I want window cleaning and gutter cleaning," the agent catches both of those and is going to go one by one the conditions of each one. So I have these. It says confirmation
Nice.
of house condition for gutter cleaning, confirmation of window cleaning conditions. So as they said, window cleaning is going to go through these questions. Do you need the inside windows
Nice.
clean or the outside and inside? On your home, do you think you got 30 windows, less than 20, more than 30? And also ask, do you need to remove or replace any or clean any window screens. You know what I'm saying? So it goes through the qualifications or the conditions, for each separate cleaning service that I offer. Even if they say house
Mm.
wash, it's going to go through a series of questions. Okay, I know you said house washing. So it says our prices determine how high up we need to clean. So if we're standing outside, what's the tallest place you need to clean? 2 stories or 3 stories? And they're going to say whatever. And it's going to say, okay, with house washing, our price is for a four-sided home. Does your home have more than five sides or any separate buildings like garages or outhouses? You see what I'm saying? Like little things like that needs to be confirmed before it even reaches
Right.
me.
Right.
Right. So I can
To do the
relax
quote.
while I'm on the job site. When my phone rings, I got it set up to ring 2 times because I don't want to answer my phone at all. But I have it set right now to ring 2 times and it goes straight to this agent. And it literally has the conversation just like how I would have the conversation if I stopped doing what I was doing, took 2, 3, 5, 10 minutes. Because sometimes you're talking to these customers for like 10 minutes. You know, it takes away
Oh
from
yeah.
my job and it
Or
adds
more.
up. Like my phone rings throughout the day because I'm fortunate to have a reputable cleaning service. So I get found on Google. I would say at least 10 times a day, and out of those 10 times, I probably get about 2 to 4 calls a day minimum. And basically that's 2 to 4 times. Let's say that's in
Booking.
5 to 10 minutes each one. So that's what, almost an hour of my day just talking on the phone
Yeah.
that's saved. So imagine for a chiropractor or a dentist office or someone has a higher call volume. How much time would that be saving them?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Plus the business that you book, the fact that you're actually able to talk to them and not miss them. This will operate in parallel, multiple calls simultaneously.
I'm gonna try to play one before we go. Kind of coming to the end of this, and
Okay.
just want to give an example of how the agent just stays calm, and even if the person gets frustrated or whatever, it still saved me some time because I can just go back on the recordings. Because one thing I like about the software also, it does record conversations, so you don't necessarily have to take notes. Because like before, when I take phone calls before I had the software, I would literally have to write things down and like, oh man, I lost what they said. But with this, I can just go back on phone calls and listen to the recording and basically, uh, just re get everything that I need. So let's go with, hold on. I'm trying to think of a good one. This one was pretty good when she was very frustrated, but I got to change the prompt so that the agent doesn't really pester the caller for the correct spelling of their name because she said Lanessa McCurry, and the agent just kept going on with that. The last name is McCurry, MCC. Because I think when the agent repeats a digit, it kind of gets kind of crazy. But that, I think that was also with air. The same thing would happen
Mm,
once it starts repeating digits. It gets kind of confused.
yeah.
Uh, let's go with
Yeah.
Jim.
It's not perfect, but
Oh yeah.
it's uh, it's doing some great stuff.
Definitely not perfect, and that's why I want us reiterate. AI is still a new thing. It's new for us, at least for us consumers. And this has a far way. And this is like what, maybe a
Worst it's
year,
going to be.
huh?
I said it's the worst it's going to be.
Yeah, this is the worst it's going to
It's
be.
just going to get better from here.
Let's see if I can try to get a phone call recording. Let me see if I got one for Brian. Then you see I have my automation set up, so even after the call, still keeps them engaged and let them know, hey, someone from the office is going to reach out to you. Thanks, gives an opportunity. Someone's going to reach out to you. I know my computer's going slow because I'm live streaming. Looks like we got
Yeah.
an AI response right here. Yeah, okay. It says conversation AI by Zach. Okay, cool. Let's see what happens.
It's a great day at Three Kings Cleaning. My name is Jennifer, their AI assistant.
You can hear it,
Harry
right?
is busy working hard for clients like you. So, I'm here to get information for your estimate, and we
Yep.
can get that to you by text message. Is this all right?
Yes.
Awesome. Are you looking to get the service this week, next week, or are you just checking prices for now?
Checking prices.
Got it. We offer a variety of exterior cleaning services like house and deck washing, gutter cleaning, roof clearing, window cleaning, and pressure washing. Plus, we have great discounts for
Good.
combining services. Which service are you interested in?
Window washing. Roof sweeping.
Great choice. All right, so you're interested in roof clearing. Let's get some details to provide an accurate branches that need to be removed from your roof.
Window washing.
Got it, window cleaning. Do you want the inside windows cleaned or both inside and outside?
Inside and outside.
Perfect. Do you have about 30
Nice.
windows,
Very
less than
nice.
20 or more than 30?
Less than 20.
Thanks for that. Do you need us to remove, replace, or clean any window screens?
No.
All right, and do you have any storm windows on your property?
No.
Great, thanks for the info. Could I get your first and last name, please?
It's Brian Woodward.
Just to make sure I've got it right,
Nice.
your name is BrianWoodward. Is that correct?
Yes.
Awesome, Brian. Now, could you please
Wow.
provide your service address? Let's start with the street number.
106.
And as you see, it'll keep going and everything like that. So the actual,
That's nice.
yeah, the first prompt that comes with the voice AI is very simple, and it's just made to
Yeah.
get the contact information. But with a little bit of prompting,
Yeah.
you can really customize it to do whatever it needs. So, like I was saying before, let's say if it was a car
That's really
dealership
good.
or something like that, we can connect salespeople, with qualified buyers. We can
Yeah,
have
yeah.
the voice
And
AI kind of
direct
interview
them
them.
to the right
Yeah,
place.
just
Yeah.
like this. Say, hey, what kind of car are you looking for? Well, what is your budget? Have you looked at your credit lately? Everything like that. You have any trade ins? You know what I'm saying? Like all that can just be curated, and all that information can just get sent to the sales team, and it's just right in front of their face. They don't have to interview the person. They have all the information right at their fingertips. Or a realtor, same thing.
So,
Someone's looking for a property to buy or property to sell. How many phone calls are realtors
yeah.
having where they're just answering redundant or asking redundant questions like, how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, what are you looking for, what side of town? Those conversations take time, and this right here is something that really, really is super powerful on saving our clients time.
So will it actually it was taking down his service address. Will it does it create a calendar event for you, or does it create just
Unfortunately,
a callback contact?
yeah,
Oh, what are
I
you doing with that?
can set it up for triggers. Like you said, you already know about the automations, but it does not do
Yeah.
calendar events. Now, what we will have to do in order for that to happen, we will have to prompt that question into the agent to say, hey, what day or whatever, what time would you prefer? And then I guess I haven't tested it out, but I'm assuming that because as you see on the side right here, all of his information is curated, automatically. Brian Woodward,
Yeah.
all,
Yeah. Yeah.
phone number,
Yeah.
all that good stuff. I don't want to show his address and stuff like that,
So
but the whole point is, it does
no,
a
no.
good job drafting the information and putting it on. Only thing is I don't like, let's say, see all these Jennifers, because I get a lot of spam calls. So anytime someone calls and the first 30 seconds is her talking, if they hang up within that 30 seconds, the system's automatically going to hear the word Jennifer because she started the conversation with the word Jennifer. So the system thinks, oh, Jennifer, that must be their name, and it saves the name as the AI agent, because it was actually a spam call. So anytime I see the name
Oh,
Jennifer, I know that, it's a spam call. They hung up, and everything like
oh,
that. Yeah. And then my automation goes out. I don't know if you know
so
this,
does it adjust
huh?
the quote for the service address? Like, do you
Um,
charge more for out
yes,
of
if it's
town or
farther away and stuff
things
like
like
that.
that? Is it doing
No,
that?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Because it basically it's gonna go off of whatever is in your see this tab right here, your payments tab. It's gonna go off of whatever is in the payments tab.
Yeah.
Yeah. So unless you
Okay.
have
It
like
uses that.
a
Gotcha.
specific way to do that, I don't think so. And the way I do it
Hmm.
manually is the further they are, I have a service fee. So if they're in my town, the service
Yeah.
fee is like $19. If they're outside of the town, $29. If they're really further out, $39. If they're
Yeah.
really further out, $49. So that's just kind of
Yeah.
like something that I do, but like you pointing out, that is something that needs to be, well, not really
Yeah.
need to be, because technically speaking, I can just take that service
Workload
fee.
it, yeah.
Yeah, I can just increase my prices by a small margin, and that way the service fee is kind of already in there, you know.
Yeah.
hmm So yeah, like I said, I'm on the payments tab.
All right.
I got to go into products and put it. I still have all of my products or whatever, for my cleaning service at least, on my other software. So the way I'm doing it now is when I listen to those voice recordings, I have my phone,
Yeah.
open with the other software, and the voice recording is playing in the background, because that's what I like about this thing too. You get a mobile app, with this back office. So while the voice recording is playing back on my phone, I can still open up other apps and stuff, and it'll continue playing in the background. So I can listen to the voice recording and type on my other app, everything that's being said. So that's the
Mm-hmm.
reason why
Mm-hmm.
it says invoices 000, because I haven't set up
Cool.
um, any of my products in here yet. And like I said, the only reason is because I'm
Right.
still
Right.
getting used to high level, and I just don't want to fully
With another
convert.
system. Yeah.
Right, exactly. And the next thing you know, our system's all
Yeah.
haywire, and I have to explain, because I've done that before where I've changed. I used to use House Call Pro, very expensive. I think they were like $150 a month for that software, but it comes with a lot of features, just like High Level, but not as many features, because High Level, as you see, we have websites right here, haven't even gotten there yet. We have memberships right here,
Yeah.
we haven't even gotten there yet.
All the
Reputation
phone.
management, we
Yeah.
haven't gotten there. Added on this right here,
Yeah.
Wave Dialer. This is a power dialer. It calls three numbers at one time based off of your contacts that are up here, and basically you can set up Wave to be set up with your opportunities, your pipeline and everything like that. So after the phone call is over with,
Yeah.
it'll move the the opportunity down the pipeline. So let's say the pipeline is call number one, and then you didn't talk to anybody, so it'll move it down to call number two, because this is your second time calling them, all the way down to call number nine. I think it does up to 10 or
Right.
15 phone calls before you can't do it no more.
Yeah.
But
The pipeline.
this is my basic
Yeah.
pipeline for my cleaning service. They discovery call. They just called in, hey, what how did you find us, stuff like that, and then we send them an estimate, or we schedule a time to come by their home and give them an in-person estimate, and then after that's done, we follow up, and then they'll either tell us, yeah, not now, later, or we have it booked on a schedule, and then let's see how it goes down. We have another schedule with a deposit, and then work completed, and I think we should have a review pipeline too. Work completed, customer survey, and that's what I want to start doing with this. Using those surveys and everything, and then nurture pipeline. So after we get finished with the service, they're in the nurture pipeline, getting emails and text messages every 90 days. Just reaching out saying, "Hey, we're still in business. Hey, here's our promotion. Tell your friends, tell your family, we're still in business.
Yeah.
Save X, Y, and Z. All that good stuff. So pretty cool." But yeah, I mean, there's all
Cool.
types of
Cool.
things we can do with this one. I like how you put it. It's not even a tool; it's an operating system, because all these operations are happening under one system, right? You know, so
Yeah.
yeah, basically, my newest
Yeah.
offer for my agency is $98 a month, and they have access to all of this. Um, and then basically, if they want us to build or be their agency, we start at 297, I believe, and that gets them about 4 working hours a week. We work for them for yeah, like I said, about 4 hours a week, just developing and building out all these automations,
Mm-hmm.
building out their marketing, building out, like I was saying, their automation, whatever they want us to dedicate our time on. And then if they need
Yep.
more time, the next one is 497, and that gets them about 8 hours a week of focus or dedication to their back office and building things. And they can easily just pay
Yeah.
I believe it's $997 setup fee. and that's when we get it all done within a month. Like we'll build everything out, but you have to pay upfront a setup fee of $9.97. But most people that I've talked to so far, they don't want to pay a setup fee. They'll rather just pay monthly and just incur that cost monthly. And
Yeah.
then after everything's built out, I reduce them back down to the software plan, which is $97 a month. They can do everything in house. If they need any requests, they can always call. I don't mind, doing little things for them, but as far as dedicating literally
Yeah.
hours, I can't do anything like that. But if they need me to turn something
Yeah.
off, turn something on, something simple like that, then I don't mind doing that. Other than that, I just do like little training videos on my YouTube channel showing how to use these little small things. And also, there's so many other users of high level out there that can easily just type in
A
what they're
lot.
trying to do right on
Yeah.
YouTube and find the video. So really cool, really really cool.
I refer clients to some of those other videos too.
Yeah, because I'm a big component of not trying to reinvent the
Yeah.
wheel, you know. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, that's pretty much it. On my side, I'm gonna stop sharing my screen.
Nice.
Anything else that you want to talk about, Corey?
Not really. Not right now. I think we've covered quite a bit. We've been on here for a while.
Oh yeah, I try to keep these
Mm.
under an hour. Yeah, and that's pretty
Yeah.
much it. I
Yeah.
mean, we've gotten everything performed. Just a recap. We talked about how AI is supporting and helping business owners and teams within businesses and allowing them to
Mhm.
free up, the time and focus on more income-driven tasks. We pointed out some basic tools that everybody has access to, like Chat GPT and Gemini and Claude. Those are free and most popular um, AI tools out there for large language models and getting um, what they call those ideas and everything like that. And then we also went over this operating system that I use in my agency. I believe Corey uses in his agency along with other tools. We haven't even scratched the surface on that, but
Absolutely.
just this one tool right here, Go High Level, covers a wide range of features that most businesses will use. And then future videos, Corey and I, or you can go to his YouTube channel. Um, Basically, we show all the advanced agents that we're able to customize and build for businesses out there. So if you're seeing this and you need something built out, you don't have the time, don't want to sit down and learn all this stuff, but you just want an expert on building your custom back office and automations, you can always call us 404 905 1741 7 days a week. And then you can also get in touch with Corey. What's your contact, Corey?
Yeah, just Corey at cyberstrat.ai. That'll go
That'll
right in
do
the
it.
inbox and be able to work with you from there.
Awesome. Very simple, very easy. Look him up. Like I said in the description, I will have his YouTube at the top of the description, so it's very easy to find him also. All right. Well, that's
Thank
pretty
you.
much it. Corey, you got anything else for me?
That's it. I appreciate the chat.